I grew up in a quiet village, 15 miles from the nearest city. There wasn't much to do, but I had a decent group of mates that I went through school with, and we did what you expect village kids to do. Hang out at the park, playing football, PlayStation, just normal stuff really. I actually quite enjoyed school. I never got into trouble. The teachers were alright. I had some good mates, we had a laugh. I did fairly well in my exams, so yeah, it was alright. Some of us had tried cannabis, but it wasn't a regular thing, and we could take it or leave it, if you know what I mean. It wasn't long after I turned 17 that things went bad. A mate, Joe, well not really a mate, just someone I knew from school, asked me if I wanted to make some extra money. I didn't have much money, so I was interested. And he said it was safe, and we would just be doing some deliveries. He didn't go into detail. I did think it might not be legit. I just thought, best not to ask too many questions. A couple of days later, we were picked up in town by two guys in a car. They were probably in their early 20s, and they took us into the city. They gave us mobile phones, told us not to dial out and to only answer calls. People would ring up, and we had to deliver drugs to them. We got picked up at the end of the day, taken home, and given some money. They told us we had to meet up again the next week. Having the money was good, but I started to get scared about what I was involved in. I told Joe I didn't want to do it anymore, and I wouldn't be meeting him again, but it wasn't that easy. I decided to stay with my mum for a few weeks in order to keep away from things, but the two guys called at my house. My younger brother told them where I was. I don't blame him. I think he was scared. They turned up at my mum's and threatened me to come out, otherwise they'd hurt me, my mum and my sister. They made me get into a car and took me to a flat where they made me answer calls and deliver drugs again. I tried to tell them I didn't want to be involved, but they gave me a kicking and stubbed cigarettes out my arms. I had to stay in the flat for 4 days. I was locked in. People phoned me, then they come to the flat, post money through the letterbox, and I passed drugs back to them. No one knew where I was, and my parents were really worried. I was terrified. After the 4 days, they say they're driving back home. On the way we got pulled over by the police. I don't know if they'd been tipped off or what, but when we got stopped, the two guys ran. I didn't know what to do, and the police grabbed me. When they searched the car, they found cocaine, heroin, and cannabis. I got charged by the police, but was released on bail. Over a year later, I was sentenced to a 12-month community sentence. I gave the police the names of the two guys, but I was terrified about what would happen to me. I lost all my confidence. I was freaked out by what might happen. My mates also stopped getting in touch. I'm not sure if they were scared or angry at me, but I felt really alone. I felt really guilty about what I had done, and really bad about how it affected my family. My little sister started having nightmares. I'm wet in the bed. I'm sure that was because of all of this. After I got sentenced, and with support from my family and the Youth Justice Service, I was able to get over some of my anxiety and to build up my confidence again. My youth justice worker made an application for the court for an early revocation of my order. I think that's what it was called, to allow me to continue with my education, so I could apply to university. So if my exams go okay, I should be going to uni in September. I wish I could turn back the clock and make it like none of this ever happened. I've hurt so many people, and things will never quite be the same again. I hear of lots of kids who are, so they think, just getting a bit of weed or MD for their mates. But they don't know where that might lead. I know of one kid who took a bag of weed into school to sell it, but had it confiscated. Now he's in debt to the guys who got it off, and he has to run drugs for them to pay it off. If he doesn't, he'll get battered. Once you're in, you're in. And I don't think people get that. In a way, I was lucky I got arrested. It gave me a way out, but I wish I'd never got in the first place.